Hi, my name is Ellen Kuchera, and I am the Associate Director of Young Adult Ministry for the Waterloo Catholic Parishes. Our Lenten scriptures often allude to the Exodus, God delivering the Hebrew people out of slavery and into freedom. This is not surprising because during Lent we are preparing for the ultimate Exodus, the suffering, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, who delivers us from our sin and our slavery through death to new life. This Lent, we encourage you to share your stories of deliverance that you experience in your daily life. Our theme this first week of Lent is Delivered from Slavery. God delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, led them through the desert into the promised land of milk and honey. He also delivers us from our sin and our bondage. In this first week of Lent, we reflect on those ways that God delivers us, whether it be from our personal sin or from organizational sins, social and political structures that we support and endorse. We are pleased to have with us today Scott Rottinghouse, parishioner from Immaculate Conception Parish in Gilbertville, and he is going to share with us his story of being delivered from slavery.
All right, my name is Scott Rottinghouse, and I'm a member of a group from the Cedar Valley area going through a program called Exodus 90. Exodus 90 is a 90-day spiritual program designed to help men break the chains of slavery and lead them to freedom that to love God as He intended and He desires. There are 3 pillars to Exodus 90: prayer, asceticism, and fraternity. As part of the program, there are daily readings where we read through the book of Exodus for the 90 days and a daily meditation. For the prayer pillar, we're required to do a holy hour, which is a minimum of reading the daily readings and meditation and 20 minutes of contemplative prayer on those readings. We're also required to attend 1 daily mass per week and a monthly confession. Confession is really big because I know a lot of people struggle with it. I myself struggled with it. I've been to confession now 3 times in the last 2 years and also 3 times in the last 22 years. So it's a hard step to take that first step, but once you do, it's definitely worth it. We're also required to do a nightly examen, which is a great time just before you go to bed to sit down and think about your day, where you fell short, where you may have sinned and not have allowed God's grace to affect you, and also where you felt God's blessing throughout the day. And it can be as simple as, I saw the sun today, or for me the other day, it was as great as my child was born today. Asceticism is the second pillar, and there are many asceticisms that go with Exodus 90, from denial of sweets, snacks, alcohol, pop, TV, technology only as required for work, cold showers, daily exercise, and a minimum of 7 hours of sleep. Some of these may seem easy and some of them may be hard. For me, the sweets and the snacks was the toughest. I would snack constantly between meals throughout the day, and anytime I saw sweets, I'd be having not just 1 cookie, but 4 or 5. And throughout the first 30 days, I could tell it was tough. I would see the sweets and really crave them. But now that we're over halfway through, I've noticed that I see them and I still like them and still would like to have them, but the desire is definitely waned, is not there. Some people, TV may be one. Do you schedule your days around a sporting event? I gotta watch this TV show or this sporting event. Different things can enslave us in different ways and allow us to not spend their time with our family or others that we're present with, and instead we're distracted by other things in our life. The third pillar is the fraternity, and just as Jesus, after his resurrection, sent the disciples out in pairs, you need a partner to help you through these tough times, because it's not an easy thing to do, to go from slavery to freedom. You're required to have weekly meetings with your fraternity where you discuss your shortcomings throughout the week and what you may have learned and what epiphanies you may have had while meditating on the readings. You also have an anchor, one guy that you pair up, and you're required to contact them on a daily basis to check in, see how they're doing. Or that you can contact if you're having a moment of weakness where you know you're struggling or craving something really bad. And why would you do Exodus 90? When I first found out about it, I was like, that seems way too tough. There's no way I'm going to do that. Then after talking about it with some people and thinking about it, I thought, well, maybe I would do that if we make an exception for, this sporting event or this special holiday or what have you. And then eventually, you got to the point where, yes, I am doing this and I'm doing it as it's meant to be done. Because if you don't do it as it's meant to be done, you're not really doing Exodus 90, and you may get close to freedom, but you won't quite get there. And I don't think many of us in our group got to that point until a week into the program where we decided, yeah, we need to do this how it's designed. And also part of the program is you have to write out why you're doing it. Many people do this for many different reasons. It can be, alcohol. Maybe you struggle with drinking alcohol too much. Maybe it's technology where you're always checking your phone, checking for your Facebook or your social media updates instead of being present with your kids and your wife while you're there talking to them and playing with them. Maybe it's the abundant, I won't say that, accessibility of pornography that you can find on the internet with your phone handy all the time. Lust is a big reason many guys go through Exodus 90. We are now over halfway through it, and I can tell you, I know it's going to be worth it when we get to the end. My wife has already told me she has seen great changes in me, and I can't wait to see what changes come in the last half.